prices are going to come tumbling down as soon as it's over, and it's going to be over pretty quickly. I have to do what's right. You know, political, I'm sure everybody is concerned. I have to do what's right.
President Trump speaking to reporters on Sunday. The White House is facing growing pressure over its messaging on the costs of the war in Iran for American consumers here at home. Meanwhile, the president told NBC News he is not concerned at all that rising gas prices will impact the midterms and says he thinks prices will go lower than they were before the conflict. Let me now bring in the host of the new YouTube show, The Huddle, which brings you inside the political headlines, former White House press secretary for President Trump during his first term, Sean Spicer, former Democratic advisor Dan Turrentine, and independent journalist Rachel Bade. Good morning to all three of you. It's nice to have the trio back on this morning. Sean, let me start with you here. I find that interesting. Trump saying he's not worried about this impacting midterms. I mean, he's not on the ballot come November. What about the party as a whole? Down ballot Republicans who are running on the Trump agenda. Are they rattled by this?
I'm not sure they're full-on rattled yet, but they're worried. So I think rattled comes after worried. And they're getting there. Look, I think for right now, this is being done in the long-term interest of our nation for security and, frankly, for economic reasons if we have access to Iran and can keep the strait open. But I think for a lot of people who worry about their political interests first, there is concern. There's no question about it. It is a midterm year.
Yeah. Dan, gas prices hitting nearly $3.70 a gallon on average. It's up 77 cents from just a month ago. How do you think voters are weighing the argument that this is all just temporary?
Well, I think a lot of Democrats would look at what happened when we went to war or when Russia went to war in Ukraine and prices spiked. And we argued the same thing. Oh, this is temporary. But we were hammered about what are you doing about it? You know, just saying, hey, be patient tends to not go over very well. And I think the issue for Democrats is we've talked previous times about how a lot of Democrats have kind of Trump derangement syndrome. He does something, the knee jerk is it's terrible. The challenge for Republicans is now some of their arguments are starting to resonate. When people said, hey, gas prices are hurting you, where's the plan? The longer this drags on, people start saying it's not Trump derangement syndrome. Maybe the Democrats aren't wrong. And that is good for us as we try to move forward in the midterms.
Rachel, you know, a recent survey finds that nearly half of Americans do blame the president for these rising gas prices. That's from a Morning Consult poll shared with Axios. Where do you think this is all headed politically for both sides of the aisle?
Look, I'll go back to what Sean said here at the top, and that is I am starting to hear some anxiety from Republicans, and it tells you things are not great for the Republican Party. I mean, a lot of Republicans, they have publicly supported the president and what he's trying to do in Iran, saying that this is a sort of once in a generation opportunity to sort of put a new government in place that is more friendly to American interests, et cetera. But I mean, the gas prices, this is a huge success story for Republicans that the gas prices have come down in recent months. This is something they wanted to run on, and now they can't. And the toughest part about this, Markie, is that it might not even be up to us, the United States, to fix this situation now that this war has begun. The president now asking allies to get involved to help sort of iron out and secure the Strait of Hormuz to try to stabilize oil prices. And that means this could be out of their hands completely, and it's frankly terrifying.
And Sean, one quick follow-up just on this topic. How much more runway do you think the White House is working with before the president, we see him visibly start to pivot on this operation or pull out and say, we won, we're all going home?
Well, the problem is if we pull out and say we won and you leave the current regime in place that wants to continue to chant death to America, it makes it hard to say mission accomplished, right? The whole goal here was to stop a threat. And if the threat still exists, you can say that you damaged them militarily, you took out a lot of their sites, you set them back. That's a very different message than we have annihilated the threat. And so they got to be careful on that front. I think the key question is, what can they do with respect to the proxies going forward in the next few weeks? And if we can get out of April in a much more stable place, we're good. If this drags into May, I think that's when you're going to see a lot more concern about where do we go as we head into the summer months, the driving season, the costs go up, et cetera, and people focusing more on the election.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.